a perforation than the other side. So what we could do is we could do it this way, like that. So now we have perforations on this side, okay? So I'm gonna figure this out. So this is going to be the bottom side. I'll just mark it there. Why don't I just mark it there? Oh, I've got my pins here. Anyways, hope you guys are doing great. So yeah, I think I'll just take it down to here. Alright. So what we're going to do, you can use a blade if you want, but I'm just going to take my scissors, cut that to there, come on this side, and cut that to there. If you didn't want to cut this off, you can just fold it in, but it'll be bulky, so I'm just going to cut that off. Okay, now we're going to score this approximately half the way. I don't need it that wide actually. I don't need this extra perforation. I'm going to take that away. I'm going to straighten this part out. And this will be our closure for the bottom. Okay, so let's keep that for a second. Oh, I'll fold it now while they have it set up for it. I'm just going to take that in half. Let's score it. I think that's half, isn't it? Yeah, close enough. I'm just going to score it. I'm trying to use as much of the box as we can. Fold that in. If we're careful, we won't lose that perforation. It's going to get covered with paper. So I don't think I need it that wide. I can take off a little bit more. Alrighty. Put this under some kind of a weight so it'll become super flat, and we'll come back to this in a bit. This is going to go on the bottom like this. Okay? But it's just got to be flat. I don't want it pulling on the glue as it tries to come back open. It doesn't have to be a heavy flap. So if you wanted to, you could paint this, but I don't really want to wait for paint to dry. And this is going to be a girly one. So let's just take these because these are nice and big. Big pieces. So it doesn't matter to me which ones I use. I like all of Sarah Richardson's pictures in this book. So we need a few of them. These are cool colors to cover up. You don't have to use the cardboard for that bottom part. You could use cardstock. It's also a nice weight. I used to love watching Sarah Richardson back in the day on TV. So when I seen this book at the thrift store, I was like, yeah, I must have that. Okay, so maybe I'll take out one more just in case I need it. See if we can find one that will fit in with this, the flap. That is my stomach growling. Ooh, I like this. I like this. Okay, so let's take that. All right, so we're just gonna patchwork it away. Remember my iced tea containers that I have for my other shelf have punctured holes in it. There's a paper bag inside, punctured holes so it doesn't fall in. But that's where I put my X-Acto blade in, along with some paintbrushes as well, so they're easy to grab. So yeah, we're just gonna put these on here. And gotta pick which one we want. Which one do we want? It's hard to say, isn't it? Oh, okay, I like the way these are divided up, so let's divide that one in half. Let's divide that right in half, and we'll put these on first. Okay. And this is going to be on our sides, like this. I'm going to take it down to the bottom. Actually, I'm going to take it up to the top because I have my foldy thing here, remember? If you can have that. I think it was the chairs that I liked. It's so hard when they're double-sided. You have to leave one. I'm going to put this in here. If you had masking tape, you could use masking tape on that, but I just don't have any in here because I went outside and did some crafting. And yeah, my paper's still in there. All right, let's do some gluing here. I think I have Elmer's glue in here. Pretty sure that's what this is. Don't have to use expensive glue, do we? And I just used one of my stitching needles. I have a few of them, so if I wind up rusting that up, that's all right. So we're just gonna get some glue on here. Come on, baby. Oh, it's white on white. That's why it's actually coming out. I just didn't see it. Old eyes. I have the old eyes. Hi, baby. Hi. Yeah. I went for the A&W root beer. Oh, I've got it upside down. Let's do it on this side then. I do have an up here. Finally doing a video. I haven't done that in a long time. Okay, let's do this one. Really fast project. See, I tore that one, so I'm just gonna glue it back on. It's fine. It's fine. These are very sturdy paper folders. I have them for years, and whenever I have to hand over papers or something, they go in these holders, so that's why I have to keep making more. And it's just handy because, I don't know about you, but working in an office for my whole career, finding that I have, oh, I wanted it up high. What am I doing over here? Oh, too late. Too late. It's okay, it's gonna be, I'll show you the difference. Why it would have been nice if I had this other one on high. So that's okay. We'll make it work. So from there, we're just gonna add We have some choices here. Is there a back side? Aha. So let's just put this one on this side. I'm going to bring it up this time. And we're just going to glue away, glue away. Yeah, so I also make these file folders, if you look at my other videos, for car registration papers. It's just a kind of like an offshoot of doing junk journaling, but using cardboard as your structured paper folder. So I'm going to bring this up to the top again. I love these images. Aren't they nice? Okay. Now let's do this side. And I need to now do my fold here, so I can see where I'm headed. And I have this double thickness. I'm going to take that off. That's going to fight me. That's going to fight me on my fold. There we go. Now we're going to do our fold. And there we go. I don't want this here, so I'm just going to give it a curve. We're going to come in here, come around, and give ourselves a fold. Come back down, and give ourselves, there we go. And that's all we have for our flap. But now when I'm on this side, I know where my new page needs to go. Sorry about slamming that down there. I do have a problem with that. I do have a problem dropping things. So yeah, anyways, I posted a couple video shorts about my workspace. If I get around to it, I might go back to my old Facebook group and try to get the original build of the work shelf. But I've had it for a long time and I really like it, and I'd be curious to see what builds you guys are doing, and if you decide to do a paper folder, what would that be for? I'm getting at that age that I need to get my will situated, so having my wills in one of these kind of folders would be great, so that everybody can find it easier when the emotions are high, I'd imagine. Be better. Okay. Love it, love it, love it. So let's get, I'm going to put this now under the weight to making sure I don't have any glue sticking out. That's going to stick this underneath my weight. Any of these little ones, we can deal with that later with our better glue, Bear's glue. And put that under the weight. A weight can just be a book or whatever you got. I just happen to have a flat foldery kind of thing. Okay, so this is a little bit more flatter. So this part here, I want it on the flap, so I'm going to take that off. And we're going to make this one I really, really like this. This kind of has the same blue kind of look and everything. So we're just going to cover this. Get it on there first. What do you think? Is this something that you're going to get done? I've been kind of contemplating using the plastic, attaching plastic so I have windows on these. It's still in my brain. It hasn't come out to be an actual project yet, but I've been sort of collecting and keeping the plastic from like baked goods and stuff like that. We'll see how that goes. So now we just want to add this one. I want the wooden part. I want this wooden part to show here. I like that. I see that you can buy some envelopes with opening, like a window opening, so you can kind of get a glimpse at what's inside. I think that would be fun. Okay, so we got that. So we're going to trim it right away, right to where it stops there. Okay, right there. All right. Let's bring that down so that it's even right there. Okay, now let's bring our envelope back. So now we want to add this bottom onto here. And I left that extra length just in case it went too far. So for this side, I do not need this area here, so I'm just going to take that down. I don't worry if I'm not totally straight. I'm telling you, you really don't notice. Remember guys, this is not the perfectionist dream. And I'm not going to apologize for that. I have fun with my crafts. I don't want to get too tied up with it. Yeah, actually, I don't mind the length on that other side. So let's just do this. You could do one side at a time and open it up and add the glue otherwise, but if I did that, I would be undoing my fold, the trained fold. This is just cheapo glue, so I'm just going to go ahead and put a bunch on both sides. I don't like wasting things or giving up on things that could be useful in another form, so I also enjoy trying to use my brain cells to come up with things that are useful. Okay, so that's that. Let me get on there. I love it. So let's put a clamp on there. Again, my stand allows me to have some clamps. Actually, you know what? I might use this clamp as a closure. I really like these clamps, and they really come in handy. And when I give it to my daughter, she might be able to use that clamp. Okay, so this one's gonna go down. You must go down, baby. We'll get it. We'll get it. It's getting some puckering over there. That is tickety-boo for me. Oftentimes I am trying to add texture. Alright. So now what we have is we have this part here. And I'd really like to get this to show up. So let's take this off. We don't need this white. And we don't need this one. And what we have is we have a wider spot here where I think we should try to get that. I don't know if you can see it. We have this wider spot, so let's try to get that there. I'm just wondering, I want to get it in the center, but in reality, this does not fit, so I'm going to have to patch it. Okay, I'm going to patch it. I'm going to put this whole thing on there. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to come in this way. Remember, we can do any of the little corners and stuff with our other glue if we wanted. If you've seen my video on my recycle, I've got all these ready for my use at my fingertips. Alright, let's get that on there. Has to be this way. I'm going to get that starburst in there. So now we just need a little area for here, and I'm fine with that. Brings in our blue. Smooth that out a bit. I've got Laz has the TV on in the other room, so if you hear a wacky laughing, that's from there. So let's get this in here. I'm going to straighten that out, and you know what? I'm going to take the white off there too, actually. Did I lose my... Nope, it's on here. There we go. That is better. So let's take it around. Let's trim it over here. We can go straight to the edge there. Then from there, we're going to give ourselves a little bit of a lip here. I'm going to take away this little lip here. Right there. Now, all the way around, maybe. Let's do some little V's here. That's what these little scissors are for. Let's do some little V's here. So that I can bring it around these curves easier. I am going to finish my wall hanging. I did a bunch of letters, cut out a bunch of letters, but I still have about half the letters to go for the grunge wall hanging. And then after that, after I get that done, I have to do another almost the same shape, but really for an outline, so that the letters can have a black outline. So that means I have to do the letters again, so that I have a double layer on the letters, with the back layer being a little bit wider, so that it shows up as the black, which makes the graffiti lettering look so cool, doesn't it? And I'm sorry that the video I did with the grunge it's basically at the ugly stage. Okay, I know that's at the ugly stage, and sorry about that, but that's how it goes. It'll get better. It'll get better. So I think instead of worrying about that other glue, I'm just gonna find myself some refuge here, and we're just gonna use this. Am I still on the screen, guys? I'm sorry. I hope so. So we're just gonna bring this along here. And bring it on up. That's probably all I'm going to do on the flap. I don't think I'm going to worry about doing anything else. I'm happy with it like that. Like I said, I've been doing these for so long. They are very handy, very useful. I used to sell them in the shop until the woman that owned the paper shop and bookstore sold it. And to be honest, I don't really have any, and for what I was selling them for, it's really not that important to me to sell them. I'm happy to make everything that I use, whatever I make. So once that dries, it'll be tickety-boo. So let's take the bottom off here. It should be glued in good now. Put it back where it belongs. Belongs clipped onto the shelf. So it appears that I might have one little blank spot. If you like my Betty and Veronica. This is a glue container. All right. So where I have it missing is right here. So we should have another piece, and I should have a small piece actually. How about if we put in a blotch of red? How about a blotch of red right there? Yeah, why not? And let's use the other glue again.
There you go.
Oh, thank you. Is it busy out?
No.
Awesome.
Wasn't that
All right. Cheers, guys.
numbers, I gotta replan that ticket.
All right. Fun times.
Huh?
Fun times. Okay, here we go. This one's gonna go on that corner. Whoops, I got a blob. You don't need a blob. And let's put that on the corner. I don't think it matters which direction. I love it. So there we go. And what's cool about the paper from here, what you could do I don't tend to feel like you really need to seal it, but if you wanted to keep going and keep making it more awesome, first of all, for any of the residue glue, just a clean cloth, you can wipe that right off. The finish of the magazine will hold it and will handle a damp, not soaping wet, but a damp cloth. And then after it dries for a while, I'll just make sure any of these little corners that are not sealed will get a bead of Bear's glue. But I need to let it dry completely so that I can see where that is. And then this folds down back again. And I'm going to put this back here to train it to stay closed, but my pool thing did show up. And we're done. But if you don't like, some people don't like the sheen of the magazine, you can just use Mod Podge and any color. You can use brown, white. You could change this to a blue tinge. Just Mod Podge and paint and just brush it on there, and it'll give you a cool aged look. Okay. And if you want it to be waterproof, you can use a sealant, and I do use a sealant, and it's called the automobile ceramic sealant. Don't know what I did with it either. I'm venturing outside, so I'm taking some of my supplies outside, so I don't necessarily have them at this desk anymore. But anyway, hope you like it, guys. Simple, fast, easy paper folder. Oh, I'll just show you that it definitely will hold all of our papers. In you go. See? Perfection. Now I don't have to worry when I want to bring that story to my daughter to add her parts to it. Where did I put that story? I know it's in the Sarah Richardson designed folder. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna enjoy my coffee.